We are back for Friday afternoon, hour number 2 of the Mark Blazer Show on 610 WTVN. Chuck Douglas standing in the gap. Mark is off for a couple of days. He'll be back with us next week. In the meantime, I'm eating all of his snacks. But don't tell him I did it. We're going to blame this on Zach. Columbus Wizards. A lot of people have no idea. Columbus Wizards. We are growing so much in so many different directions that things happen and nobody even knows. And the Wizards have actually been around now for a few years and are just really in the last year or so coming into their own. They've got a place to call home now as opposed to being that transient group of basketballers, which is really cool up at Otterbein. You know that's theirs, which is really, really nice. They've got some competition here in a Grove City team that I honestly didn't even know existed until I heard it from the Wizards folks this morning, and they have a really cool heavyweight championship belt sitting in here right now that is going to go to somebody in a game between the Columbus Wizards and, do I want to say, I don't even know, Casey, should I say the name of the other team? Is it okay?
Yeah, certainly. I think they've earned their respect. They got a good group of guys over there. Their owner's by the name of Steve Fabian. I've become very good friends with them, help advise them along the way. They have some people within their leadership that have worked with me in the past. My girl Wally's over there helping them out. So I give them all the flowers. I give them all the respect because this venture of minor league professional basketball is not easy by any means. There are a lot of struggles that we deal with behind the scenes that we keep from the public eye. And so I've been able to kind of mentor them and help them get along the process. So it's been very rewarding. So, of course, we want to give them the respect.
So the Grove City Whitetails, if you are not aware of them, you should be aware of them now. I'm assuming that has to do with the deer in the area.
Yeah. So they actually, obviously, it's rooted there in Grove City. So the deer is synonymous there with the Grove City area, and they play all their home games at Central Crossing High School. So, their color scheme fits right in with the school. They have a really, really good program.
The blue and white uniforms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The whitetail deer. I used to live over off of Valkyrie Road, which I called it the Grove City Ghetto. We had a Grove City address, but it was still Columbus. But going to church one Easter Sunday morning for sunrise services, it was like 5:40 in the morning, and bounding across the road in front of me in slow motion, these two whitetail deer, and I will never ever forget that vision. And you're right, since then Grove City and whitetail kind of go hand in hand in my head. So great name for a team.
Yeah.
When are you going to beat the crap out of them?
To be honest with you, they have a very formidable team.
Yes, but you're going to win. You're going to win. Come on.
I will give them their respect, and I will remain as humble as possible. It's not up to me to determine the outcome of the game. I'll leave that to the 11 guys that play on the floor. I am certainly hopeful, and I would love for us to come away victorious because I think that belt right there would look great looking in my office, and it would look great with the Wizards uniform behind it.
But I think it would look great with a nice pair of dress pants.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can wear that.
Absolutely. And but I'm not going to count my chickens until they hatch.
All right. So when's the game then? The game that could go either way.
The very first matchup between the Grove City Whitetails and the Columbus Wizards will take place next Thursday, March 19th at 7 p.m. at Central Crossing High School.
All right. Central Crossing's easy to find. It's a very big building, and you can come at it from two different directions. You can't miss it. Another big deal this morning, and you timing is everything, because I did not even know this was going on, and it just happened this morning. Press release came out. You have a brand new head coach, and you were kind enough to actually have him in studio with us today. So I'm going to let you do the introductions here. Let everybody know who he is and where he came from, and what is that he's wearing. No, I'm just picking with him so he'd look up.
Yeah, Columbus, we are very, very excited to have Brad Rader become the new head coach of the Columbus Wizards. Formerly, Ray Corbett was our head coach. He had notified us that he wanted to take some time away to spend with his family. He's got an incoming grandchild. He just wants to be able to be with them at all times. And so we honored that and we respected that. Bradley here served as his lead assistant. Brad has a plethora of coaching experience from Walsh University. He's done statisticians. I actually got to meet Brad at a teamwork hiring event last year, at which Brad was there talking to many of us different professional sports organizations looking for a job. And it just so happened that his coaching experience led him to be an assistant with us. And now I'm more than confident and more than excited to have him in the head coach role. Thorne Stevens will pop into our lead assistant role. And I'll hand the mic over here to Brad and kind of let him introduce himself to everybody.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us. Like Casey said, coached collegiately first off at Weber International down in Florida, and I was at Walsh University for 4 years. Kind of got out of the game, got into corporate America, and always stayed tied to basketball. I have a bunch of friends that coach high school collegiately across the country, so I'm always conversing with them with schematics and things of that nature. And I actually represented a couple professional athletes when I was doing insurance. So I was always around sports my entire life. My dad coached ever since I was 2 weeks old. I went to my first game. So it was just a natural fit. I went to that hiring event with an open mind, but I didn't know what I was going to uncover, and I didn't know I'd be sitting in this chair today.
Did you know anything about the league itself, or not even specifically the Wizards, but the league itself when you went to the hiring event?
I knew that like 20 years ago, like guys only had, in reality, like two options. It was to go play at the YMCA, or you're fortunate enough to go play in an overseas league. And these other leagues have popped up over the course of time, so I was familiar. So it's great that it gives guys more opportunities. I really learned more about the league when I was representing the team at the Combine and the draft out in Indianapolis in the last weekend of January. So got to meet a lot of coaches, talk about, how they run things and this and that. So that was kind of my pure foundation heading into training camp.
One of the things, we're seeing expansion of so many different things. And, football's expanding and soccer is expanding and the WNBA has really come on strong. Basketball now has, it's kind of a little brother league to NBA, of course, but it seems to be growing in potency with an audience. And I have not been to the game. I've seen video from friends who have gone to games, and they're like, "Hey, watch this." These guys are playing at a pretty high level. It's unexpected to see some of the athleticism that is out on the court. Is this momentum something that either one of you feel like this coming into this season, we're going to have even more of this across the country, or are we just kind of at a developmental, let's do what we do and see who pays attention to a stage?
Yeah, so I would say for the last 2 years, having spent the previous 2 seasons in the American Basketball Association, I think that is a great development league for minor league teams that are kind of getting their footing. And once we get into big leagues here with the Basketball League or the TBL, that's where we have a little more poised teams, ownership groups that have been around for some time, that understand the hierarchy and how to organize a team, a coaching staff, a front office staff, that really understand what it means to be a professional. The difference between basketball in America and kind of how it exists over in Europe is Europe starts at a much younger age in terms of their development. So in Europe, you can actually go pro at 15 years old. So you can be paid to play basketball at 15. And that's why within the NBA market now, we've seen guys like Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, all of these European players that kind of come into the NBA and play at a really high level. We don't really have that developmental system in play here in the United States currently. We have our AAU circuit. We have our junior high, our high school teams. If you're fortunate enough to go to a prep school and then Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO, there's a whole plethora of college systems there. But what really doesn't exist or hasn't existed would be that bridge between college and the pros. So as we've known it for the past few years, the pros has always been the NBA. And then we had the G League or the developmental league and things from that. And we aim to be that bridge. We have an amazing, talented roster full of guys that I truly believe could play at the G League level. I'm not quite sure we have an NBA level guy on our team currently. We'll see what happens as the season goes on. And Brad, I don't know if you have anything to say on top of that.
This roster was put together very strategically. Started the process back in September with an open workout at Otterbein University. And then from there, we actually had invite-only workouts and open gyms where we evaluated guys not just on their skill set, but who they were as a person. So we got to know them that way. And as a result, we have 6 or 7 guys on our roster that at one point of their college career played at the Division I level. So they played at the highest level possible in college. And, our message is we want basketball to take, our guys as far as they can go. Whether that be, to the G League or to Europe, like Casey had just said. But in reality, this also gives guys an opportunity to make money for their families as well. So wherever they want basketball to go, that's where we want to take them.
It's not a very long season, 24 games in the regular season.
Yep.
They've had one game. We're headed into game number 2 for the season. You can go to it's the ColumbusWizards.com. Make sure you don't just do Columbus, TheColumbusWizards.com. There's a tickets page on there. You can see all the dates and everything else. And, it's an affordable way to take the family. I've said before, I can't even take my grandkids to a college football game or basketball game. It's just too much money. This is affordable. And the payback here is, and I want to ask, especially being that we've got a new coach sitting here, the commitment to community, which is one of the things that honestly drew me toward caring one way or the other about the Columbus Wizards in the first place a couple of years ago. When they're not on the court, these guys were out at the rec centers, at the libraries, at the schools, signing autographs, just being positive, setting an example, trying to motivate all those little young minds. Is that something you want to make sure the team continues?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad was a high school AD, and I thought those high school basketball players were in the NBA. So we want to have that same influence on all the kids in the community. And I know after games, our guys will interact with fans, sign autographs, do those things. And Casey does a great job having us represented at different community events. Just did the Polar Plunge recently and things of that nature. So we definitely want to emphasize getting the brand out there and really honing in on a family atmosphere at our games.
Casey got other people to do the Polar Plunge.
It wasn't me.
I don't even have to look at him to know he did not jump in that cold water himself.
I absolutely did.
No, you did not.
I absolutely did. This is the second year that I made the jump. Special Olympics, Ohio is very near and dear to me personally. I'm a father of a daughter that has some special needs. She's nonverbal and autistic. So the work that Special Olympics does to give those athletes inclusion and a voice for sometimes people that don't have a voice themselves is very, very near and dear to me. So I will always support that cause, and if it takes me freezing for a reason and jumping in some freezing cold water, I will absolutely be out there every day of the week. So it was actually supposed to take place in late February.
Yeah.
However, the state came out and said it was way too cold to do it. So it got rescheduled to last Saturday, but I was prepared to make the jump regardless of the temperature outside.
I am so impressed. If you do this again next year, I'm going to come out and watch you.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do it, but I'll come out. TheColumbusWizards.com. A new season begins. Go support them. They got a home up at Otterbein now, and they do some wonderful things in the community. Your kids, your grandkids might have already met some of these guys, and you don't even know about it. Might want to ask them about it. And Coach, I wish you the best, man. This is, it's go time.
That's right.
Are you gonna get any time with the belt at all if you guys win?
I mean, I'll do whatever is obligated by my contract with the belt. But no, we haven't gotten that far because we play Saturday or Sunday, excuse me. So we got to get through Sunday and then focus on Grove City from there.
All right. I appreciate you coming in today, and I wish you all the best with the team.